What is SEO audit? SEO is something that everyone is talking about. From websites that need to attract readers for their blogs, or affiliate websites that need to sell products, everyone is looking towards SEO as their savior. So, it's only natural that they, as well as you, know about your website's SEO. You need to know whether your website is SEO optimized, or will it sink in the black hole of Google SERPs? Well, there's only one way to find out. SEO audit. Without further ado, let's discuss what SEO audit actually is. Simply put, SEO audit is a list of tests that check your website from each side to ensure that your website is ready to rank in SERPs. That's simply said than done, and we'll get into that in a bit. But before that, let's discuss what makes SEO audit so good for your website. Why SEO audit is needed. A proper SEO audit can give you: first, ways to check on your competition, and see what makes them click. Second, methods to make the necessary changes, and rank better than your competition. Third, a general overview of your website's SEO ability. Fourth, a plan for the future of your website's SEO. All in all, SEO audit is a sure way to improve your website's SEO, and rank higher in Google SERPs. You can find flaws in your current SEO strategy, find the shortcomings in your website's development, and make sure that you find ways to resolve those shortcomings. Once you solve those issues, you'll be able to do a lot better in Google SERPs than you ever did. For starters, your clicks will improve, because your website will be visible to more people, and as a result, your revenue will boost itself in no time. Basically, what we are saying is that SEO audit can be the miracle you were waiting for. It's a tool that can help your website flourish and outgrow the competition. How to start your website's SEO audit? We need to clarify one thing: SEO audit is never easy, as we mentioned before. For an audit, a proper strategy is needed which can guide you through the whole process. This strategy can cover everything from the website's backend problems to the keyword research. However, the scope of SEO audit depends upon your requirements. In general, these are the steps that are taken when performing a comprehensive SEO audit. First, identification and correction of internal and external links. The first step you can take in an SEO audit is the identification of internal and external links. Internal links are a way to improve your website's internal mechanics. Without going into detail, internal links are the proper methods to keep readers on your website for a long time. These can help with the on-website time of your website, which helps in rankings a lot. So, it's only natural that an audit would pay great attention to these. Once internal linking is figured out, you can move to external linking. It's a way to give your website authority on a certain topic. Second, improvement of your website's architecture. One of the biggest advantages of an SEO audit is the improvement of the website's architecture. Your website's architecture is the roadmap you give to your visitors and Google itself. A complicated one can be very difficult for viewers to navigate through, and they'll get frustrated soon enough. On the other hand, a simpler one would be beneficial, as it will not only work for viewers, but also make your website easily accessible for Google. So, what we get is that the architecture is very important, and SEO audit can help you improve it. Third, removal of thin content. Content is the biggest part of your SEO strategy, whether you realize it or not. After all, people will come on your website if they need some solutions, and words are the most efficient way to provide those solutions. Now, if you're explaining how to boil an egg in 300 words, it's great. But if you're explaining how to build a full-fledged ship in 300 words, it won't work. The latter type of content is thin content and can hurt your website's SEO. SEO audit is the best way to deal with this content. It helps you identify such content, and provides you with ways to replace such content. Overall, you can improve your content strength with an audit, and thus improve your SERP rankings. Fourth, replacement of duplicate content. Now, this is a subtle thing that can be very harmful to your website. If you're writing on a topic that's been covered many times before, you need to be unique about it. Google doesn't like duplicate content, and makes sure that such content-carrying websites get buried for good. SEO Audit can help you identify duplicate content and replace it with unique content that helps you with SEO rankings. This way, not only will your website be free of duplicate content, but it will also have some healthy content that will help it rank for specific keywords. Fifth, getting new keywords. Speaking of keywords, SEO Audit can help you identify new keywords related to your old keywords. It can also help you remove the obsolete keywords that are no longer useful in the Google rankings. So, you're giving your website a new wave of keywords that will certainly improve its rankings in SERPs. Audit can be a holistic tool to check these keywords against your competitors and identify the ones that are less competitive and highly productive. Sixth, pages updates. Now, updated pages are a great way to keep your high rankings in Google. If your pages are old and have outdated plugins, Google will strip you of your rankings and thus stop the influx of revenue. Maybe we're going too far, but you get the point. SEO Audit can help you identify such pages, and thus ensure that you retain your rankings and your revenue. These are the steps that make SEO Audit effective. This list of steps isn't complete, however, and many more steps can be included to make your audit more comprehensive and effective.